Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Droppin Knowledge with Noah. I am joined here at the NADA stage, the Cox Automotive Village, that is absolutely popping off even on day 3, which usually dies out. But I'm joined here with Kevin Schmitt, who is out there in the field transforming the way dealerships are selling cars via our Deal Central product. So, Kevin, thanks for joining us. I think one thing that, I found in the past year or two is hearing dealers kind of think of digital retailing as kind of a dirty word, right? When you say, hey, we're talking about this new digital retailing tool, people's brains shut off because I think people can kind of burn in the past. How does Deal Central bring digital retailing to dealers in a way that's actually functional and improves the process for them and the customer?
You bring up a really good point. Coming from the automotive industry in the dealership world as a manager and as a previous salesperson and a GSM, if I had to go back knowing what I know today, I would change so much about how I would run my business. Today's business with AI and with digital retailing, a lot of dealers get very overwhelmed because it's a major change. And what I mean by a major change is for over a century, we've been using paper, Sharpies, and I think everybody knows that's listening, the green Sharpie and the crossing out and the final offers and sign here, press our 3 copies, 4 square. Customers don't like that. We are a world of convenience. Like, for an example, if you ever gone to a gas station, y'all, and it says see cashier, do you go in or do you go to the next gas station? I mean, that's inconvenience.
Yeah.
But we do that with our customers all day long. And that's just a mentality.
Yeah.
What digital retailing, what Deal Central brings to the game is another door. And most dealers close the doors because we want to control the deal. We feel, because that's how we get paid, is like when a customer buys a car, that's how we live.
Yeah.
So that paper is like passion. It means something. It's money until we deliver the car, right? And if we don't look at how much we lost, and that's what the avenue and the door of digital retailing does. It really opens up our lost opportunity. I hear dealers, Noah, and I'm sure you've heard it.
Yeah.
What do you want to do this year? What's your goal? And they say, what?
I want to sell more cars.
Sell more cars, right? But most dealers don't know where they're at or where they're missing it. And for an example, if you know where you're at, then good. If you're closing 10%, you're losing 90% of your business, and you got to find out why. And most of the time, Noah, we do not ask questions. A lot of times we wait for the customer to ask us the question, like, I need a payment or I need my trade appraised. And us as dealers go, well, when can you come in? Which closes the door because you don't give the customer that convenience aspect.
Yep.
Getting the information they want.
Yeah, that's huge. So, you're out there, you're helping these dealers kind of get this new process implemented at their stores. I love aha moments, right? Where the light bulb suddenly goes off. And I think you probably have run into, some resistance because, like you said, dealers want to control that process. Mm-hmm. It's a culture that is steeped in this old way of doing things. And now you're showing them this new process, this new technology, this new way. What are some of the aha moments that you've seen dealerships have when you're talking to them and helping them learn this new way?
Well, the biggest aha moment I see is when they're completely immersed in a different way of doing business. When you're taking on tools like Deal Central, and Deal Central with Cox Automotive, just to kind of give you a map or a lay of the land of what it is, it's a powerful desking tool that integrates all of Cox Automotive data across Dealertrack, vAuto, Dealer.com, VinSolutions, CRM, all the data.
Yeah.
So when you are piloting the customer, when you're working the deal, you have so much information available to you, number one.
Yeah.
The biggest aha moment that I see is how easy the customer says yes. I'll give you a quick example.
Yeah.
I was at a dealership we launched. I went out with the salesperson. I introduced myself and what we were doing, our mission was. The customer immediately was like, yes, I'd love to see everything transparently on the screen. And once we did that, they wound up buying after just one ask. They said, I just need to be right around here a month. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, like in this, the salesperson has 3 things to change: the money down, the term, and what the customer credit is, which also has an impact on the payment. So when a customer's seeing that, there's no paper or illusion. They're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
And when you change the payment, they see the payment change or the money down, the payment changes.
Yeah.
The biggest aha moment is when we delivered it. I said to the manager, I go, we did a good job. You made some money. Great job. He goes, I didn't even think that this would work. We've never made that kind of money on a Kia Sorento before. I mean, it was just it was convenient. The customer got a great deal. The dealership got a good deal on it. We made it easy for the customer, and they were out in less than an hour.
Yeah, that's incredible. You know, Kevin, I've been working with you for quite some time here, and I think, you know, one thing that I always get from you is just infectious, positive energy, right?
Right.
So what are you really excited about with Deal Central that you're seeing out there in the space?
I love this question, and I'm going to talk from the heart.
Okay.
When I was a manager, I was a desk manager. I was younger. I was like 23, 24 years old. My mentor, Mike, brought me up into the desk and this is your thing now. That was right around the time market pricing came in.
Yep.
And I watched my used car sales. We were selling 70 to 80 used cars a month. And over time, or month after month, we started selling less and less and less, only to find out on our bulk registration reports that the area was selling used cars, but we weren't. I did a dealer trade with one of my friends on a new vehicle. I asked him how his used car business was, Noah, and he's like, we had one of the best used car months. And that kind of frustrated me. And I go, what are you doing different? He goes, I don't know. They got some tool, V something. And it was vAuto when it started coming out and hitting the marketplace. And I think the cool part about that is that was the first real turning. What really jazzes me up, Noah, is everything in our space, in our industry, we fought. Like you fought it. If you've been in this industry for over 25, 30 years, you fought every change. We didn't want websites. We had to have them. We didn't want to put pictures on there. We didn't want pricing on there. We had to have it. We didn't want to market price our vehicles because, you know, when we did pricing, we just said call for price because we didn't want to put it out there in the marketplace. Every change we fought, but we can't live without those tools today, Noah. And Deal Central is that second turning that I feel in our industry. Over 27% of our sales right now are digital retailing without a salesperson. And that's not what Cox Automotive is. We've embraced the dealer. The dealers embraced us. And we give the dealership the tools to do things digital retailing, but we're piloting it. And it really jazzes me up to know that we are on that cutting edge with over 100 years of data and experience. And we brought it to the forefront, to the showroom that only gives the managers and leadership and finance managers control to pilot their deal. But we've also given the salesperson that ability to calm down the customer during one of the most intense parts of buying a car. And let's just face it, if you don't get the answers you want, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to find someone that gives it to you. And a lot of dealers are afraid of giving control away because they're going to shop me if I give them the payment. They're shopping you anyways. But how much do you lose by not providing that detail? And that's what jazzes me up is this is the next wave. We're on top of it. We're surfing right now, right? We're paddling that surfboard right up the wave. And we're going to ride this home, especially with Cox Automotive fueling us.
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough to get to see some of the stuff that's coming down the pike for all of our products. And Deal Central is really incredible. It has come so far. And I've been showing it to a lot of dealers here at NADA. And if you want to talk about aha moments, I remember this one guy said to me, he's like, wait, you guys have won the game. This is the best thing I've seen at the show. And that's just such a ringing endorsement of the work that our people have done to get this thing out there. So super excited about it. Thanks so much, Kevin. Really appreciate it.
I always thank you. It's always a pleasure, my friend.
And stay tuned. We're going to have some more Droppin Knowledge with Noah.